Alright. Hello there, how are you doing? My name is Ravage the Jaguar, and I'm going to be watching and commentating this week 1 match between Colin on the left with the name the B Team, and Unit on the right with the name Unit 97. Let me take one look at the two rosters here. Colin has Lycanroc on his team, and that is going to be his Z attacker. And I do not see his Z any. So, take a look at units here. He's got Arcanine, and that's his Z attack. And Dragalge is going to be his Z any. So those are both their Z attack Pokemon. And it appears the unit's gonna have Mega Aerodactyl on his team. And Colin has... Okay, no Charizard. Okay, great. So there's no Mega on Colin's side, but there is Mega Aerodactyl on Unit's side. So, just as a thing here, I don't know much about Gen 8 competitive, so I'm gonna do my best. I don't even remember what that bug thing is called, so you're gonna hear me guess the name probably. But things that stand out to me before the battle begins: on Colin's team, he has my favorite Pokemon. He has Primarina, so that's automatic points there. But besides that, obviously, he has Garchomp and Scrafty, who are both like hard attacking Pokemon. So I wonder how he's going to put that into use, especially against, you know, a rock type, a strong defensive type, and then just flying poison. There's a lot of resistances there. Not as far as like ground goes, but they're just bulky in general. Unit has Rotom Wash in his team, so that's disgusting because that Pokemon's ridiculous. So I expect that to do some damage. And I don't know anything about Mega Evolutions, and I don't know anything about whatever the bug thing is, so, or Lycanroc. I only know its name because I looked on the thingamajig, but alright, whatever. It's gonna be okay. I know how to keep up with Pokemon despite, so I'm going to hit the play button. First of all, I'm gonna put it on really slow, because I hate how when you rewatch these, that it goes super fast. So we're gonna hit on really slow, and I've got my pizza, so I'm ready to watch. Okay, so Colin's gonna begin with, okay, it's called Vikavolt. Alright, right. And that's not what I wanted to say. Okay, so typical Rotom Watch things, starting with Trick, because it outspeeds everything, and it also gave the item to each other. Hexbug gonna use Volt Switch and get the out of there, and switch to Bronzong. I think that's a good switch, because Bronzong's gonna be defensive. And watching he's gonna hit Bronzong with Will-O-Wisp. Return. gonna fire right back with a Toxic Poison. You can't have a Pokemon battle without Toxic Poison. That's typical for a Rotom Wash to do, is to use statuses, especially because it's faster than everything else. So Washington is going to immediately Volt Switch just like Vikavolt did and go out with, that's a cool name, Crimson Samurai, the Arcanine, who's gonna get Stealth Rocked. It's been a real problem for competitive players. Entry hazards. I really like the name of that Scrafty. Concussion's gonna switch in and hit Crimson Samurai with Intimidate to cut that attack down. I didn't even know Arcanine could use Teleport. That's awesome, seeing Teleport used in a competitive battle. Which is gonna switch to... Is it Terrakion? Yeah, that's Terrakion. Who's gonna hit it with Close Combat, to which it's gonna make Concussion use his berry. And then Concussion's gonna retaliate with Drain Punch. See, this is the problem with trying to commentate battles that have already happened, because it just, even with super slow, it happens too fast. It's just too much for your brain to keep up with. Well, there goes the first Pokemon down of the entire battle. It's Scrafty. I've shed a tear because I love that Pokemon. Which Lycanroc is going to come back out. Or come out for the first time, not back out. Named Shrapnel. Yeah, that close combat would have absolutely taken Terrakion out of the fight. So that was a good switch on Unit's part there, to switch to Donphan. To which, okay, Colin's gonna switch to Primarina. That's my girl. That's me in seal form. But Primarina's a pretty awesome wall. So if Primarina ends up, getting KO'd, it's still going to take a while despite the efforts of these Pokemon. Dragalge is always such a cool Pokemon to me. Alright, so Primarina's going to get switched back out to the Bronzong again, who's going to get Toxic Spiked. That would have happened regardless, though, because I don't think Primarina is going to do much against Dragalge, hence the switch out. I don't know if Vikavolt is poison. Is he poison? He's electric. Okay. So no. That means that Colin's got no way to get rid of Toxic Spikes. Unless he has Rapid Spin. But I don't think his Pokemon have Rapid Spin. Yeah, Bronzong's not going to go down too easily, especially to a special move like that. And so far we're just having exchanges of attacks or entry hazards because both these Pokemon are pretty bulky. I always love when battles end up with every Pokemon having Toxic or another status. Typically Toxic though, because that's probably the best one besides Freeze, which you can't apply. But actually, no, Donphan is a Rapid Spinner. So, she should be able to spin that away if she has it equipped. And there's the Toxic Spike poisoning Primarina, and she's going to be definitely crippled by that. Rotom Wash resisting ice, of course. That's pretty typical of a Primarina to have like Ice Beam, maybe Scald. I'm gonna switch back out. Does Hexbug have... Yep, Levitate. Alright, cool. I was wondering why it didn't get poisoned. Being just pure electric. But it's burned for its troubles. So far, Unit hasn't lost any Pokemon. I see that Colin could make a comeback using that Garchomp if he could get it set up. But right now, Unit is just playing the stall game with the burns and the Toxic Poison. There's only so much you can do with Volt Switching Pokemon like that. Volt Switch and U-turn and attacks like that. So there goes another Pokemon on Colin's team being poisoned. The only one now who does not have a status is Garchomp, because I don't think Garchomp's even been sent out at all. Apologies for the silence in between some of these moves, because a lot of times when you have battles, especially when they're not being viewed live, and they end up just being stall fights, it's kind of hard to commentate and make a big deal out of the moves that are happening. Because they end up a lot of times just being like, oh, well, it's getting worn down by burn or toxic damage. That's kind of just what that ends up being. Oh, well, okay, so there we go. Get a flamethrower onto Hexbug, who is going to get taken out by that. So half of Colin's team is down now. 3-6. Can still be done, but... Alright, there's Garchomp, gonna get poisoned. Alright, so the first KO for Colin's team. Gonna take down Arcanine, who's done a lot of work this battle. We're gonna throw out Donphan again to stare down that Garchomp. Dragon Claw is gonna do 20% health to Donphan. And that's what I was, yep, there we go. There's the Rapid Spin from Tess, the Donphan. She's gonna get rid of that Stealth Rock for Unit's team. Colin's gonna use Dragon Claw again. I wonder if he has a Scarf. Which I can't see, LMAO. So, but Garchomp's already down to, oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Despite Donphan being more of a spinner Pokemon, that Ice Shard being 4 times as effective against Garchomp is gonna take it out pretty easily, pretty solidly. Primarina at a little bit over half health is still poisoned, and Dragalge's going to be sent in, so no ice moves can be used on up. Despite Dragalge getting hit super effectively, I feel the unit wanted to switch out Donphan so she wouldn't get one shot. And then he'd use his spinner. But Dragalge's gonna get taken out by Primarina. I feel at this point in the battle that would be just, you know, a sack off, because what else is Dragalge gonna do? And we got Aerodactyl out, who's gonna Mega Evolve. And I'm probably gonna end here with Aerodactyl taking out the rest of the team. I don't know what you would expect to be done against a late game Mega Evolved Pokemon like this. That's right, Shrapnel. Get that last hit in. Get that super effective hit, and Stone Miss is gonna not miss and take out Shrapnel, winning the battle for Unit. You know, like I said, I felt that Rotom Wash would be do like more, since that Pokemon is just like the epitome of annoying. I thought that it would have done more, but looking at Colin's team that he brought in, I don't think Rotom Wash had much as far as type effectiveness to do against it, so probably that's why that would play out that way. Most of the, let me look here. I think I'm right when it comes to what happened in the battle as far as like KOs and stuff go. Okay, yeah, it was pretty evenly spread amongst the two. When it comes to KOs, there wasn't like a single MVP, because Arcanine and Aerodactyl Mega got 2 KOs each. And then the rest of the Pokemon got 1. They got KOs at all in this battle. So there was no like super hard defining Pokemon that won it all, but it was just team effort for both teams, really. I think there's just a bunch of unfortunate switch-ins by Colin, getting his team pretty much all burned and poisoned, but when you have a team made up like the way Unit did for this battle, that's kind of what you expect. For, despite, even if Colin had won, that all of his Pokemon would end up being poisoned or burned or etc. just because of the way that team is made. So, despite that, I think both teams did really well. I just don't know what else you can do against having a bunch of Pokemon that are really just... That team that Colin built is like... It has a... What am I trying to say? it's good for every situation. That's what I'm trying to say, because he had a spinner, he had an early game like quick status giver with Rotom Wash, and then he had a Reactile for cleanup, and Arcanine's also a strong attacker too, so he had plenty to work with there. So I guess that's going to be it for that. I was going to try to be more entertaining during this commentary, but it's kind of hard when you don't have someone to talk off of. But at least we're going to have this stuff commentated. So there we go. I'm Ravage the Jaguar. This is the end of week 1. So we'll see you next time.